Someday you're gonna be crying. Yeah, you've been laughing pretty, baby. Someday you're gonna be crying. Further on up the road, you find out I wasn't lying. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, darling, just you wait and see. Work's done and the weekend's here. I'm up at dawn, gotta make it clear. The hunt is on, I'm feeling that fire. Got FOMO bad and I'm down to the wire. Rolling out in the morning light, chasing that beast that's out of sight. Got my spot all picked out right, gonna score that bottle tonight. Oh, but the whiskey tubers got there first, left me standing feeling cursed. No JD, no Wild Turkey's best, no Russell's 15 left on the shelf. Guess I'll see if I like the rest. Charlie, Jeff, and Rob SS, sipping up all the liquid joy. Cast 529, got the last sweet sip. Guess I need to learn to double click and hit subscribe quick. Walk in the store, see a big guy there. I asked, did you score? What did you say?
I can reach out. That could be one of our things we do. You know, we're talking about doing these commercials or these ads or these videos for these different products. I can reach out to a manufacturer that makes a bidet, get one, and you do the video. And sit there and go, oh. I'm riding the bike and going
with the glitter in my hand and burning.
No doubt that.
All right, no, hold on, Torp. It does not say who is in my ass. Oh my God, it does. If you separate it, it just says who's in my ass.
in my ass.
Oh shit.
Who in my ass?
My system is. I'm starting to become immune to press. This doesn't even bother me anymore.
That's fresh.
Oh.
I'm like, that smells pretty good. Hey guys.
Sorry, I've been waiting on Jeff because he was mixing with. What are you messing with?
I was messing with whatever. I was with TikTok.
Yeah, you and that damn TikTok.
Well, hey, you know we get 1,800.
Blah, blah, blah,
I know.
blah. I love my YouTube viewers.
No.
All right. Anyways,
You got a different genre, different people. You know.
I do.
So Got
No, I like TikTok too.
Got a cater.
I know, I get it.
Welcome, TikTok.
All right, welcome all, welcome everyone. Cheers to everybody. Hope you guys had a good Thursday. I know a few people out there that are still continuing their Thursday. I can't wait to hear more of them. We'll talk about that throughout the show, I'm sure. I'm sure a lot of you guys have followed the Discord too to see what Brian and Sean are up to today with their inaugural successful barrel pick. But in the meantime, let's say hello to everybody in the chat, and then we'll get going on with our show and kind of go over what we have in store for you guys today. And Jeff can get out his yellow book.
Yeah.
So, all right, Dave, he is first in line. Thanks for joining us, Dave. As always, we always love your support. We continue to hopefully improve the Patreon.
Can everybody hear us, by the way?
Oh,
make sure that's going on.
Well, we won't know until I get the bottom of the comments. All right, Lip Service crew, cheers to you. Thanks for coming on, David B. Cheers to you. I'm just gonna hold on here. There we go. Lip Service crew and David B. Cheers. Yes, John Shank from Virginia. Cheers to you. Mr. Tanko. Yes, cheers. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you guys taking your time out on a Thursday evening to spend your free time with us. We do appreciate it because it is valuable. Show me the proof. Thanks for coming on. As always, Jenny B. Cheers to you. Cheers to all, of course. News about whiskey. Yes. Yes. What is everybody drinking tonight? And news about whiskey. Thanks for coming on. And you are now in our little circle. Like it's a regular.
Yeah.
Like when news about whiskey's become like norm from Cheers.
Yeah, that's right.
When they enter the room, we all say,
news about whiskey.
What are you doing?
I'm drinking. Well, he's asking what everybody drinking tonight.
Doing?
I got a little bit of that New Riff bourbon.
Are you serious?
Maybe.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, this is from our video. I didn't finish. We just did a batch recording of some videos,
here I got a lowly old Weller 107.
Oh wow, Weller. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, well you got the new Riff 10 year.
Do you want it?
No, not after you put your nasty lips on it. Anyways, so I swear. David B, if I didn't say hello already, cheers to you. I think I did. So yes, lip service. I'll let him go first. Yes. Therefore, Dave always says he never wins at anything. So you won first in chat.
That's right.
You don't win anything.
No.
Except, congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. So, hey, Scott Brown, cheers to you. Thanks for joining on. Appreciate you coming on. Hope you enjoyed today's show. You guys are in for a treat again. If you guys haven't seen the first time we had Mia Alba on, whoa, she could sell anything.
She can sell water, ice cubes to an Eskimo. Is that what they say?
I couldn't even think about that. But she is hold on to your seats.
Yes.
She is she brings energy like no other.
She does.
So if you weren't high energy now, you will be here in a few minutes.
You'll be awake.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely be awake. Lip Service crew says they're sipping on Penelope cigar batch. Man,
I'm waiting on that.
Penelope cigar. I didn't know they had it.
They just released it. Yeah, we got one coming. Don't worry, we got one coming.
I'm envious.
I know.
Sipping on Larceny BP 523. Ooh, that's an oldie but a goodie.
It is.
Look at that. He dusted off that bottle.
I saw somebody today that had a Elijah Craig C917.
Oh wow, that's probably one of the first ones.
Probably one of the first ones. Yeah, they wanted a pretty penny for it too.
That's probably the first beer, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna let Jeff get this one.
It's Tammy Adams. Welcome tonight.
He messes your name up every week, so I wanted to see if we get it right this week. So Whiskey Bill, cheers, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Look at that. News about whiskey's doing some Takashi.
Oh, nice.
That was good.
That was very good.
I'll never see that again.
I got 2 bottles at home. You got one sitting over there.
Takashi?
Yeah.
No, we don't. No, I promise you.
Okay. Well,
I'd have been drinking it.
I got 2 at home.
Okay. Well, it'd been nice if you bring it here.
It's okay.
I'm just saying. Life on the patio. Cheers. Thanks for coming on. Whoops, I missed the highlight. The thing was jumping. There we go. Yes, life on the patio. Let's see here. I've never heard of this one, David B. Peter Hart, wheated bourbon. Really?
No.
Could you put in the comments as far as what it is exactly?
Yeah, it's a new one that I'll have to look into.
Yeah, Peter Hart.
Peter
You know what?
Hart.
The only thing Jeff is talking or thinking about right now is like, how can we get them on our show?
Well, yeah. Peter Hart. Is it Heart? Where do you put it?
Yeah, it's highlighted.
Peter Hart. Okay.
Yeah. Weeded bourbon. And look at that. Tammy says, thanks, Jeff, for pronouncing her name right.
You're most welcome.
I think this is the first week you've done it with no assistance.
It was. I think it was. I got. Well, I still have new glasses, but they're clean. I cleaned
Bourbon and Ballz received the Barrel King samples I won, even though it did not win.
Yeah, he did, because Bourbon and Ballz 86 said to give you his winnings on your birthday. So that's what you got.
And we gave Bourbon and Ballz. We duplicated it because he was so nice about it.
Yes.
So yeah, so that came from Bourbon and Ballz. So if you see him on tonight, you could thank him for those samples, and let us know what you think about that Larrikin Deep Purple. You got that for your birthday pour.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, and I need to remind, I might send an email out. We've had quite a few new Patreons this last month.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a good sizable amount, which we are very appreciative. If you have not turned in your birthday day already, please do so. Jeff and I have already started to package up the old birthdays. We said everybody that we retro back to January 1. And we'll just give it's going to be a premium birthday pour. And then we'll give you something like regular samples. But the main one will be something off the back shelf.
Something off the back shelf.
And then
we'll pick whatever off the back shelf. You're not going to be dissatisfied with it, for sure.
Yeah. And then next week, I think we'll be done. We'll have a new thing back here.
Yep.
It's called Patreon Shelf.
Right.
And then hopefully I'll have the new Cast 529 thing up there.
That would be nice.
I know.
Brian and Sean.
It's only been like,
he's tried.
Dude, how long ago was that?
It's been months.
It's been like 3 or 4 months.
It's been at least that.
I know. He put a lot of hours of work into that.
Yep. It was a year ago we picked it up at Buffalo Trace.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It'll go up on the wall one of these days. So you know what it is? It's so heavy.
It is heavy.
That's why I'm afraid to put it on the wall right now, because it's going to come right off the drywall.
Well, you find a stud, you can find some good anchors.
I understand. She's trying to limit the holes.
Well, I understand that.
Because this paint, even though you could take any paint chips and take it to Sherwin-Williams and get it matched, but apparently they don't make this paint anymore. So we're trying to be very careful because we're going to move one day.
Okay.
And yeah. So anyways.
All right. Well.
So I told her I wouldn't put too many holes in the wall. All right. Cheers, Alan Adams. Chairs. I know what you meant. Gandy, a tattoo man.
Gandy.
Hey, did you like when I mentioned to Marlene Holmes last week about Gandy's tattoo?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. She's probably like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to know about it. Eliza Craig, cheers. Thanks for coming on. Matt B, the original, one of the OGs, and actually Gandy's an OG.
That's right.
From early on, one of our early viewers from when we first started. Cheers to you. Alan Adams, I believe I said cheers all. I think he had chairs earlier. Stan Sabick, cheers.
Welcome, Stan.
And I know you weren't on last night, but Husky Dog made an appearance at Party Source.
Oh.
I mean, we didn't see him.
Yeah.
The fact that he's up and able to get out of the house.
Yeah, that's great news.
That's awesome. So,
yeah.
Anyways, he's making good progress. Yes. Please send me your birthday day at email at bourbonandballz@gmail.com.
Yep.
And that way we can.
Yeah. And again, this is for all paying Patreons. You will get a birthday pour plus 3 samples of our choosing.
Yes.
Peter E. Hart.
Yes.
The same match.
Dave, you are the real winner tonight. Oh, here we go.
Peter E. Hart. Huh. 140 MSRP drums and drums. All right.
70, 10, 10, 10. Wow, that's a different match.
That is a different one, yeah.
Interesting.
You
check that one out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it a special pick?
I don't know. I wonder how we can find it.
I'll dig into it.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Very good. All right. Next we have Tom Morrow, of course.
Yeah, Tom.
We were at. I want to stop and say hello. Yes, and wish me the best. Yes, and we got Mia in the green room, or whatever you want to call the virtual room.
She's backstage right now.
Yeah, she is backstage. We'll bring her on.
Yep.
You guys are in for a treat, especially if you saw her last time when she was with us.
Mm-hmm.
When I was blown away when we logged off. I'm like, man, that was quite the
Yeah,
interview.
it was. Yep.
So, all right. Let's see here, Mr. Bortner. Cheers to you. Yes, tonight's hashtag for free giveaway is hashtag office, and we'll have Mia explain that here in a moment as far as what that's all about.
Yep.
And I think at that point, you got any announcement before we bring her on?
I do. Just a reminder, next week's show, we have Ed Bly, and we will be going over the Old Stubborn 3 and Old Wagner.
Oh, man. Cannot wait.
I know. I can't wait either. That's going to be phenomenal.
Old Stubborn 2, I think it was number...
It was
top 4, right?
It was top 4 for
of
us.
Our Bourbon of the Year.
Bourbon of the Year.
Oh, it was good.
And then let's see. So we got Ed Bly next week, and then the following week we've got Whiskey Thief. They will be here on the 12th. Okay. So we got a few big shows coming up here.
And then our tonight's premium pours for a $5 special super chat, because we just got done doing a video on the brand new release of the new riff 10-year bourbon and 10-year rye.
That's right.
I figured, you know what? Let's give that away for the premium super chat. Those things sold out like what, 6 minutes?
It's 6 minutes. Yeah. It was less than 6 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
So we were able to get our hands on the pair of both of them. So we're gonna make that available to you guys in super chat for entry to each $5 entry gets you into that. And then we're gonna also throw in Michter's 10-year bourbon and then Michter's 10-year rye, and then you can try 4 10-year premiums.
Right. Now, you know, the proofs on the new riff are a little higher.
They are higher.
They're both 120.5.
Correct. And they're sniffly higher than the Michter's.
Yeah, the Michter's was 90, 93, something like that.
So, nevertheless.
Yep.
So, all right. Charles the Rye Guy is in here somewhere because I see you there to say hello. Mr. Brock, cheers to you. Are we ready to go? I
think we are ready to go. We got TikTok going, and I think we're ready to bring
this. Is like this. You know what this is? This is like a winding of the Jack in the Box when we bring Mia on, and she's just going to explode onto the screen. That's what I feel like is about to happen. But anyways, that being said, let's bring her on. Mia, how you doing?
Hello. Should I be like bong?
Welcome to Bourbon and Ballz again.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Right. So this is you are one of 2 now that we have invited back onto the show for the second time.
Oh my gosh.
In the bourbon industry. We had Marlene Holmes on Tuesday, which made her our first guest. She's part of Milan and Green. She's doing wonderful things down there in Texas. Yeah. But man, it must be a week of Hall of Famers coming back.
Yeah. We had you on with the Woodford Bourbon guy, if you remember. We had him on. He was actually a 2-timer too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So and that's who introduced us when you were with somebody else at the time.
Yeah.
I'll let you explain that if you want to. But welcome to the show tonight. Glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm pumped.
Yeah, so let's get right to it. Let's update everybody what you've been up to, right?
Oh, what have I been up to? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know why I'm always sorry. I have that squirrel thing. So whenever y'all put a comment there, I'm like, oh, what is this? But I'm
okay.
What have I been up to? Crazy new changes, I guess you could say. Absolutely wild. So yes, I'm no longer with JT Millick. I made that decision a couple months ago. Not many people know that yet. So it's really possible that people in the comments don't even are finding that out for the first time right now.
Sure.
So kind of just it just wasn't a very healthy environment for me. So I had to make the decision that was best for my husband and my daughter and just our well-being. And now I'm kind of doing my own thing, I guess you can say. Just kind of like resetting. And I have I changed my handle to out of office, and I've started doing a couple of things. Look, I got my first labeled Glencairn. So I feel like I'm like, nice. I don't mean to brag, guys, but there's my logo on the Glencairn. So we don't even happening.
We don't have one of them either.
Yeah, watch out for that. There's a story behind that, but we'll explain that here in a little bit. But so continue on.
Oh yeah, so it's just kind of like a lot of people don't realize that in JT Millick, a lot of people think that I was a brand ambassador or their video production or just like somebody that made videos. I actually ran the entire thing, anything from the start all the way to distribution, retail, sales, marketing, production, inventory, anything and everything. I ran the entire thing. So in terms of that, the ground and why I chose an out of office is because I come from a background of athletics. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I used to be in college athletics.
Yes.
And in that ground, and my entire kind of main concept was building programs, recruiting. And I basically took that same concept and I just applied it to spirits. And so my favorite thing is just connecting with people. It's just, I take a storytelling approach. I'm sure y'all have captured that already. And trying to make connections with people. And the out of office is, I'm big on travel. I'm big on experiences. And I feel like we live in this world where it's like, grind until you die type of thing. Like it's never enough. And you have people that just never feel like they're enough, which I was so stuck in that bubble. And it's not a healthy place to be, nor is it, you think about it, you're like, it's all just a game at the end of the day. We're just in the matrix. Like what are we grinding for? It's not that big of a deal. And also you get a lot on this side where, when you have those successes, or even yourself and like doing channels and things like that, you have those people that kind of live more in those experiences and think that those 25-year overnight successes just happened and somebody got lucky. And that middle ground is really never talked about, like that ugly, the dirt, like the stuff, and just making it pretty. And that's like where I live. Like anybody said, like, how did you do that? Because the average like craft distillery takes about 15 to 18 years to make their first dollar. It didn't take us that long. So in order to do that, I really felt was in the middle ground is everything that people don't really talk about. It's like, let's make it really pretty and really marketing wise, but let's not talk about the actual dirt of what it takes to get there. Like, but it doesn't have to be like all or nothing or grind till you die. You get to skip all the experiences, but it's a measure of in between of balancing those things. And anytime I whether it was building programs or building athletic programs or wherever it may be, I find so much comfort in like, I guess the art of planning is the best way to say it. The word planning is such a negative word. It comes off as like this 10-step program. You're not good enough. Here's how you can be better. And kind of like a judging when that's not it at all, because I've just learned so many things through this process, through meeting people. I mean, how many times have you met somebody and they'll say something in passing and you're like, wait, what? And they're like, oh yeah, you didn't know that? And I'm like, no, that's going to save me like 6 weeks of my life. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Tell me more. Like that's
right.
And kind of that open forum of creating more efficient, like what's a waste of time? What do you not need? And what can help you in order to achieve and experience those things? So you can spend more time, doing barrel picks or going places or building your own business or whatever it may be. And so I kind of just felt a lot of comfort and solace. So when all of this was happening, I just needed to go down to the roots of what I truly love. And I am a big like planner and developer. I don't like to be complacent. I like to challenge myself. I'm always trying to like learn from others. And I was just like, well, there's got to be people out there like me. There's got to be that like.
Well, I got to be honest, but there's not a whole lot of people like you. I just got to be honest, which is a compliment to you. Good God, man. When Jeff said that we booked you, I was like, holy crap, here we go. It's like, here we go. Hang on.
You never know. I'm like, no, this is me. And it's really funny because people are like whenever I'd make my videos, they were like, oh, she's drinking again. And I'm like, I haven't had a drink. This is just me.
Yeah, right.
I'll meet people in public, in real life. And they'll talk to my husband. They're like, holy shit, she's like that. He's like, yeah, she is.
So obviously you are very big on the social platform because my God, we see you everywhere. At least I know I do. When you did your reviews and well, sometimes it wasn't just reviews. You're just whatever. It was like get a quick 15-second, 30-second. Am I to assume, or maybe I'm a little off? Are you doing like whiskey reviews, or how does that work when you say your stories are not quite? Or yeah, go ahead.
So the concept, I wouldn't really call me a reviewer. So I'm really trying to fill a gap that hasn't been filled, or if it has been filled, I haven't gone on that side of. I haven't been in there, and I haven't like kind of like the people that are doing the similar things. Like, for example, like if somebody started a whiskey reviewer and they're like, oh, no one's reviewing whiskey. And then the other side of TikTok's like, here's 50 other people reviewing whiskey. If there are 50 other people doing the pours and plans concept that I'm doing, I just have not been in contact or seen them. Would love to see that. But what I'm trying to do is, and I'm sure y'all know, I'm a very passionate person, and there's no such thing as something not being possible. And sometimes the answer is letting it go. But there's always an answer. There's more than one way to do something. Like the concept of almost like a puzzle, like seeing things is, my brain is constantly going on how I can move around those things. And when somebody tells me no, I'm like, oh, you just like sparked more fire. Now I'm going to think twice as hard. And we're going to find a route there. And when I was doing this, I was like, I don't just want to review, because honestly, I don't really know that much. I mean, at least Dustin says that I know more than I think I know. And I probably do. I'm in terms of like the distillation and the process. I mean, yeah, I probably know quite a bit. Do I know the most in the industry? No, there are people who know way more and who've been here way longer than me. But when we come on this consumer side and we get into like all of these different whiskeys, thousands and thousands of brands, I'm really like, I feel like I'm a newbie. Like I'm a new Bambi right now, like starting a whole new adventure of learning all these things, because I've been stuck really funneled into one goal in one brand. And I've gave my entire soul to developing that. And I never really got time to experience, which is why this concept of that experience and that time is so important to me, because I got lost. I sacrificed myself and I got lost in the concept of an item, so much so that people call me Milik. Like they can't associate the difference. And while it's positive on some fronts, it can be very negative on other fronts in terms of separating that. So I wouldn't really call myself a reviewer. I still enjoy, or I guess I don't think I'm there yet, because I enjoy watching other people's reviews, because I really don't know that much. I haven't tried that many things. I'm really trying to branch off. This is a really cool time for me, because I can try all these different things that I really didn't have time to before. And so it wasn't really the reviews. I don't necessarily have a passion in reviews. I'm more like I guess you can call it like a shout out. Like if I try something or somebody's doing something, whether it's like making a Glencairn, like Rick made this and like it's badass, I'm the first person, well, not first, but I am absolutely game to put anything online. I want to highlight great people who are doing great things. I don't really believe on shitting on anything. Not that I'm against other people that do that. When you see the other side of it and you see how much time, effort, energy, blood, tears, everything that goes in, all I think about is there was one person out there that loved that bottle enough to bottle it up. So for that one person, I'm going to respect that was something true to them. That's their baby. And I'm not going to tell them that their baby's ugly, like that's their baby and that's theirs. And so, but I
feel like Mia's talking to me.
Yes. And so I don't really see myself as a whiskey reviewer. It's more of it almost tailors to everything, because I'm not saying I know I have all these resources and it can really help. But I think what I've learned through the industry on talking to people is I think the reason that I was able to move the company as far as I did, or even in athletics and do the things, is I'm an extremely high performer in terms of how I manage things. I can manage a lot of things at one time. And it took me a long time to really highlight my skill set. I'd always just be like, oh, it's okay. But if there's one thing not many people can get me on, it's being able to manage a lot of things and move things along the way that enables me to do all of these things that sometimes are basic little changes. And I started kind of casually going to a couple when I made the decision. I kind of went and traveled a little bit, went to some of the suppliers, went to some brand reps that I know, and kind of just hung out with them, learned some processes. And I just as talking, I would start to kind of give my things. Well, have you tried this? And they hadn't. And then they were giving me something else. And I'm like, we need to have those kind of conversations, because I feel like we're more in a world where you can't ask questions. Like the person that asks the question is almost like the vulnerability and the embarrassment of it. Like they're looking around like, oh, no one else is asking the question, I guess I won't. And we've just missed a great opportunity. And so the pores and plans concept is, I just really want to tailor to everybody. Like whether you're a reviewer, the concept of my Patreon is not to compete with other reviewers. It's a concept of developing yourself in a way that doesn't ostracize the concept and make it the word vulnerability scary, in terms of we can enjoy all this beautiful stuff and enjoy our lives while wanting to create a foundation of development of ourselves. Because I don't think we're ever who you were yesterday is who you were yesterday. And if we keep on going and keep on, and we're in a state where we're like, okay, I enjoyed who I was, but I also want to be better. And I want pieces of this and I want pieces of that. And that didn't work. That's y'all tell me if I need to stop talking because I get so
no. This is why we love having you on.
Yes. And like a whole, I mean, I want to create an entire forum. I started like a skill building set because someone was asking about my communication. And it's funny because I was just talking last week because someone had sent me a message on if I had any tips on communication. And I had one of my Patreon members ask me if like I had any tools on my communication. I was like, oh yeah, I have tons of stuff, because you wouldn't believe that I barely spoke when I was younger. Like I did not speak. I didn't learn how to read until a large age. I was very quiet. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I was very much in the corner. You would never, we live in our hometown and a lot of people do not recognize me. I know.
No,
and then people will joke that I'm making up for lost time. So like and the communication I find is actually one of my like below average skills, which that's for me. And my marker on how I'm judging myself is very high. When I look at where I came from, I need to look at the fact that I've come so far in where I am. And when you're a whiskey reviewer and when you're a consumer or you're a supplier or all these things, the communication piece of it is so vital, and how you're talking to different channels that don't understand the story of the other person. And there's a lot of things happening behind the doors of a lot of different places. And when you don't have a communication of question forward rather than I already know the answers, you get locked, and then there's no room for negotiation. Negotiation becomes almost like an attack, and then you create a really hostile environment, and then it kind of escalates from there. And when I did that, the other piece that I wanted to do is all the communication shit that I did that I'm like, don't do this because I don't see a lot of don't do this, like try it. But I'm just like, I'm warning you, I learned this and this does not work for me. So I definitely wouldn't do that because we avoid all those things.
So real quick, no, you're fine. So guys, we have a little bit of a celebrity in the chat room.
We do.
We have Mr. Bill McBrayer himself saying hello to everyone. Bill, you need to meet me, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a craft distiller owner of W.H. McBrayer. Actually, I have a T-shirt that says WH.
I was like, wait, I just saw that.
Yeah, so hashtag WH, and honestly, I'll spare you the reason why it's WH. But anyways,
Waffle House.
Bill. Well, let's go with that. Bill, let's. You need to contact me. You talk about like a promoter and like a feng shui kind of man. Man, I'm telling you, there's nobody better in the business when it comes to communication and getting the message out there in such a positive light.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've hit the nail on the button as far as this is what like you have clients. I would imagine. I don't know if that's true. I'm just assuming maybe that's what it is. Like it's almost like a consulting kind of thing, and kind of teach people how to do things. Am I close?
It's more of like, again, consulting is another word that even myself sees as negative. Like, okay, I want to say, no, the reputation of a consultant is kind of coming in, visualizing it, and then giving you feedback. That's not really at all. To a degree of like, I'm, as I said, a very passionate person. It's more than just signing up to be a Patreon and you get this. My love language is acts of service. I want people to be better. And I get that from that's why I just loved coaching. To be able to recruit somebody at the age of 14, 15, develop a relationship with their parents, watch them grow, get into this whole, you're embedded, you're part of them. And remembering that you as an individual, and I learned this more as a parent, but every time I would wake up, I'd have to remind myself, whether it's a bad day, I'm a direct reflection of what they see. They repeat what I do. I am now, their parents have given them over to me, and I'm supposed to protect and teach them. I'm not just supposed to give the status quo. I'm not just supposed to just try to get wins, which we want to win, but they themselves have so many years outside. And the development is not just on the court, it's outside of the court. It's the development of those same pieces that I feel just get so lost. So I don't say consultant. Coach is the best word because I was a coach and I feel like I'm still a coach. It's definitely a coach. It's not, okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, here's 3 things that should help you go along your way. And right now it's kind of, it's tailored to the individual. And while it's linked of like, oh, you get these, I've already put way more stuff. I have a couple people that just like text me directly and they're like, hey, can you give me some feedback? One of them, I was like, oh, I have the perfect thing. Let me know what works and let me edit it to you. Like I want to tailor it. I don't just want to print something.
Right.
While there are posts within the page, I had somebody else take I did a 30-day communication negotiation, then pulled it and offered me a suggestion on another like TED Talk that brings in the concept of like.
I want to hear about this concept.
Hello, we lost her. There you are.
No. She may have to sign back in. And it's not even Jeff's fault.
No.
Oh, we back?
Oh, we are. Hold on.
But coaching. I would say coaching. I don't just want to be, here you are, go. I want, and so many times I would reach out to people within this path. And unfortunately, I find that it's like a sink or swim. And it's not just, I found it more in this industry than I did in the coaching world. Well, the coaching world was ruthless. At the end of the day, we were all trying to develop these players and we were trying to win, but there was a respect amongst it. Mm-hmm. It's definitely more ruthless in the saying of like, yeah, I know the secret, I'm not telling you. Not that I think anybody should be told the secret, but right. I don't think I think we have a lot of surface level communication in this industry when really somebody just wants to, share their reviews, or they just want to share their talking, or they just want to share, or they just want to create a relationship. Like they're so interested in this, and it can go so much more than that. And y'all tell me if I'm not making sense, because I can go to Walmart. That's what Dustin.
Well, I think you're talking as far as more like abstractly to where I understand what as far as your concept and whatnot. So it's not really, yes, your background is what it is. That's who we know you for. But obviously that's just a segment of who you are, but it's more about, life in general, where what you're teaching can apply to anything. We're not just talking about whiskey. We're just talking about, life, enjoying it, and your positivity. And man, you've got that recipe.
Just, it goes with, I called it pours and plans. So it kind of just like, it's the planning concept, but with the mixture of the spirits, like it embeds in the industry that I already really love. I think it's a fantastic community. There's so many people. And I think there's just like, it's just a loophole that's kind of almost like a glue that can bring and make the industry stronger. There's, in my opinion, I don't want to go on like a secondary argument, but I find that the secondary, from my viewpoints and what I viewed, I find that the secondary is a perfect example of our glue not sticking, because there's so many, and I'm not talking how this is going to change the federal government. That's illegal and all those things. That's a whole different thing. But there is a level of, it kind of goes away, and we veer into the direction of why the industry was not created. It was created for the enjoyment of making something and sharing it with another one and creating an experience in a community and developing from that bottle. And you're taking that same concept and kind of putting it in a coaching form for the people that are like, I just want to do this, but nobody will help me, or this is where I want to go. Or I used to have sit downs like 2 times a week with my players, and we would sit and it was completely orchestrated. How do they want to develop? We did trainings. We did these things. I would call in professionals. We would have, I would bring in professionals to meet with them. Like, so, and I know it's not making sense to people. It makes sense in my head. And I'm like, I can tell that when I'm going, Dustin will tell me afterwards. He's like, yeah, you totally spiraled off. It's just a middle ground. And I'm hoping one day, like, you can see me in pieces of like every industry. Like, so when I did reviewers, I would make sense. Like, I'm not trying to compete for your Patreon members. I'm not trying to do that at all. It's something that can give back. I mean, just think about somebody that's starting out. And again, if you think about the concept, if you think about it not as a Patreon, but you think about it as a resource in marketing or a resource in your development of your business, when you're overhead or all of the pieces, when you're starting a business, there are pieces and resources that you need to put in place in order to start it. Like At the end of the day, you need to turn the camera on and start talking. But when you do those, I don't think anybody can say that they have started a company or started a distillation or had a problem in fermentation and didn't call somebody. Everybody's got people that they call with reference, and whether it's trade-off of communication, maybe that relationship is there. But when you're trading off and you see that as marketing dollars or sales dollars or things that by getting this piece, that's going to enable you to grow your business. That's where my piece ends. My piece is to help, because I see so many things that are not brought in at the ground level, whether it's consumers, reviewers, suppliers, brand reps, like routes. I mean, full on geofencing of routes. When people, I met a brand rep the other day, and he's like bouncing all over. And I'm like, why don't you just geofence your phone? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, you can, come on, we're going to download this app, boy. The phone is going to tell you where you're going next. You are not going to guess. We are not driving all the way over here.
Yeah, see, I learned that. I learned that a long time ago. My former life is I was a technical salesperson, and I would get into Google Earth and I would map everything out, and how instead that way I don't have to go from 50 miles this way to 20 miles that way. I can map everything out in one fell swoop, and it's a little bit more organized than going crazy, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
So being out of one whiskey distiller, and now you're kind of just, I guess, free like a bird, I should say. What are we enjoying nowadays? Not that you didn't enjoy it before or whatnot, but the primary focus, the question wasn't towards those things. Now that you're kind of just independently and you are making a mark on your own, what are you enjoying nowadays when it comes to whiskey, as far as what's out there, and maybe things that the industry can maybe tweak that you see that would be awesome for the industry, things like that? What do you think about the industry in whole?
Yeah. So it's funny, I have another Starlight here, and I'm sure people who have been looking are like, I swear I'm not working for Starlight. It's just coincidental. I went there.
Starlight, and then you got a Green River shirt on.
Yeah, no, I do. I was like, let me change it up so I don't but I'm drinking this because I was part of this pick and it just came in. So I popped this. This is a rye single barrel. It's probably one of the best ryes I've ever had. So I was like, coincidentally, and then I did the Hungarian oak review the other day because somebody shared that with me. So I just love what they do. And it's that was something I specifically dove into Starlight, because when I was starting this as a kind of just getting into it, I was like, you know what? I'll start with something to ground me, because you just make the first video, just go. Because me changing my handle, it was like what the F is going on here? Disappears and then comes back in. And so I just started with something that was very safe, of knowledge that I know, another, farm to table type of process. And I was like, I can support that. And we just roll right through it. But I just had my first hard truth here. And
nice.
Got this. Haven't been to the distillery yet, but I grabbed this in Kentucky when I was there 3 weeks ago. This is the sweet mash. I very enjoy this. I've been seeing them kind of blow up all over. So you kind of get an influx of it. In terms of changes, the biggest thing for me is kind of the hype culture. The hype culture is very, very, very difficult for, at least on the supplier side. It's very difficult to keep upping the standard of an up standard. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, but for example, when somebody does something revolutionary, and truly it is, sometimes it's not necessarily in the palette of it or the concept, but it's in the technique. It's how it's done. If you look deeper into what happened, the fact that it came out the way that it did, it might be a little harsh on the nose, but I don't think you're understanding what it took in the mash, or it took in the ferment, or it took in the distillation, or this thing took 15 years, or the 15 years don't have problems. But those concepts of having a deeper understanding of all of the ups and downs it has. And when we get into this hype, it's so tough for me to see a solid bottle that doesn't remain solid because the newest thing came out, and we're getting swept up in this hype culture of oh, let me get the next one. Let me get the next one. Let me get the next one. Let me display it. Let me not open it. Let me flip it. Let me do this. And then something that was literally, if you think about it, the foundation of the whiskeys that everybody knows, even people that don't drink whiskey, are the originals from 25, 30 years ago. It's the people that we saw when we were kids, when we were growing up. We're like, oh, the Jack Daniels. That will never go away, even though people always think, probably not in our world, but the average person thinks of Jack Daniels as a college beverage. That's how that's their concept for going out. And the fact that they have marketed specifically and directly to different age groups. And if you've wondered, they have actually followed our generation. If you don't notice that the development of Jack Daniel's develops with us, with this kind of like 40 to like 38 to 55 type of thing. The development of it is developing. Don't quote me on the dates, but if you see
good example, because before 5 years ago we didn't have Jack 10, 12, or 14, and they're catering to what that age group, which is us, that is asking for.
Yeah, and I've had guys at work. I talk about the different Jack Daniels that we have, like the Coy Hill and the
single barrels,
and they're like, oh man, Jack Daniels. It's like, nah, that's I'm like, it's not old number 7. It's another animal completely. Right. And that's the way they like you said, the way they've marketed that and the way they've actually grown themselves. They've kind of grown with us,
correct,
so to speak.
Yep. And then those foundations, I mean, just talk about what like crafts and middle tiers have to go through, because even the foundation ones are fighting for their lives. Like they're fighting to keep the attention of people. The attention span is it's kind of like scrolling on TikTok. I would say that's like, it's very much impacting, and you're seeing a huge shift in the market in the last like 3 years. It's completely shifting. And now we're focusing more of a, I listened to this podcast. I want to say it was on
Bourbon and Ballz.
Forgot what podcast, but it was with Fred Minnick, and they were debating. They debated for like 3 hours. It was really interesting. The difference between a distillery and a marketing, like a marketing.
Oh yeah, Pursuit or the Bourbon Pursuit.
Yes. Okay. I could not. It was all.
Yeah. No, I saw that one. That was pretty good.
It was so interesting. Then they took it offline and like expanded on more stuff. And I was like, absolutely. I feel like we are shifting from distillery focused to marketing focused. I mean, when you look at the concept of that, and a barrel is like on demand, and I'm not saying doing MGP and all those things is easy. It's not. They all have their own headaches. They all have their whole whirlwind. You have overheads. You have all of these pieces. But when the concept of this is beautiful, and now like something that was, completely changed everything, the average person has to then take 6-7 more years in order to up that. But then 10 years ago, they had to predict. Do you think they're going to like honey in 10 years?
Right.
What proof do you think they'll like in 10 years? And then, you'll get people and they're like 95 proof. Ugh, like give me a higher one. And the distiller's like in the background, like just spent 15 effing years on that bottle. And all we're seeing 95 proof, and it's just, and it's not that there's anything wrong with the hype. I just think we have to remember and appreciate. And when we have hypes, we have to come back to it, because that's why you see like a focus. You'll see somebody online hitting hard because they have to hit the marketing and get all these things. And while they stay on top, you get as much as you can. And then all of a sudden somebody else will throw something down, and then they're being pulled to the back a little bit. And then you're hyping that up. And then you don't even see this one next time. They come up with something different, and it's almost like hard to catch up sometimes. And that's why I feel like on this side, I'm like, I have no idea. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot happening.
So there's a question in chat. Gandhi wrote is asking, and I should have asked this earlier, Mia on YouTube, or what is the best way to follow you? How can we follow you throughout your career?
Yes, I have. I actually can send you the link in this chat right here, and you can share it with them.
Okay.
Let me grab that. So I have a card profile, and it links. I literally started my YouTube like a week ago or something like that. My Instagram as well. TikTok's the biggest one, because that's the one that I owned completely and started a few years ago. So I just changed the handle there. So there's literally nothing changed. If you follow me on TikTok, it just switched the name, and you're still doing that. Yeah, but I have this out of office. It has like my Patreon details. It has YouTube, Instagram, has my email. If it doesn't click on the email, you just hold it, and then it'll pop up the email.
So is it like a link tree?
Kind of like a link tree, just a little different. It's got like a face, almost like a business card. It's like a pop-up business card. And it can link to my link tree is on there as well, which is just kind of the same stuff back and forth.
All right, so I pinned that in chat, everybody. It's at the top of the chat. I pinned it for everybody to go follow that, and then they can see everything that she's up to.
Yeah, and see, that was kind of the funny thing when I logged into TikTok one day, because we had been talking about, getting you to come back on, and talk about different things. And then I saw you, and it's like, well, wait a minute. this is a different handle. This is a different thing. What's going on? I even texted you. I was like, wow, we were thinking about having you to come on, and
we still have her on. And,
I don't know.
And now it's she's steering the bus, and
yeah,
I'm telling you what, good God, man, this is. I know you probably are enjoying your independence, and I get all that. But any distillers out there, Bill, if any, I don't know do you think there ever be, and I guess you don't ever know, you never say never to anything, right? And I'm sure you're enjoying this. This is something new for you as far as independence from everything. You can kind of just do what you want. Would you ever consider on, if a distillery picked up the phone, like, man, we got to rope her in. She could be just everything to us. Is that something that you would still consider, or are you kind of taking a break from that?
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are afraid to reach out to me because they think I'm like absolutely done. But no, I'm just I made the decision for the specific company. And
all right, well, Bill, you heard that.
Healthy environment values your people and wants to create great. Those are the baselines of the value system.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I'm telling you, I've never met. I've never seen you personally, but I've never ran into anyone in my entire life as far as that's passionate. And you're up there, and you stay up there. As far as the passion that whatever you say, I mean, you come with it with everything that you got, and there's some envy. A lot of it is because it's like, I wish I had that energy or whatever. So it's kind of inspirational to see what you do for a sustainable time. And to me, I think you are an extremely impressionable person. So
thank you.
I cannot wait to just follow you. I think to me that's exciting for me in itself.
Yeah,
it's funny. Friends of mine will always say, like, you can tell I'm passionate is probably the main word that I've always been described. But like in an environment, it's either if it's between 0 and 30 minutes of me being in like a new place and I'm quiet, I'm analytical. I like to examine the room. Who's there? What are we doing? How are we navigating this? Where do I need to be? Like if I'm doing something, where is the leader? Get all the communication, kind of chat to people, and it just kind of like, okay. So if it's between like 30 minutes, she's analytical. Mm-hmm. If it's after that and she's quiet, she's just not very passionate about what's happening. She's like really hard, and she's just like,
You read the room and you figure out where you are and where your values lie, and you just take it and run with it from there, or you don't. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe everything, and I just can't fake things, and you can see it.
No, you're not. You're definitely not that. That's one category I would never put you in.
Yeah, we've been in that boat too. We've had to actually kick Charlie off the show one night because we had a distiller on, and we didn't want to be embarrassed by his.
And see, this is what I can learn from Mia. This is what I can learn from you, Mia, because I do have a very hard time, and I feel bad. And the thing is with Jeff, he's got to watch it. When he brings distillers on, and then we haven't had them before, I got to be honest with you, they're taking a better, worse chance than we are interviewing them, because they better hope it passes, because they're going to see our live, at least my live reaction. Oh, I'll get ridiculed sometimes. Like, dude, you need to be a little nicer. I'm like, what? I said, it's nothing personal. It's just I just don't like their stuff. So I got to be nice.
Shit.
Well, if thank God you don't work for a single malt company, because I'm not sure we'd be able to do business there. I cannot stand that category.
That is a very tough and like very underdeveloped palate, I guess you could say.
It is. It's an acquired taste. Yeah,
nothing should be an acquired taste. Nothing should be an acquired taste.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like if you come from Scotch, okay, the Scotch Irish whiskey kind, that realm, and you try to jump into bourbon,
then you just need to stay over there.
You need to play for a little bit in order to kind of acquire the taste. It's kind of the opposite way.
I think I'm done with playing.
Yeah, I do think you have like an opportunity, because our palates develop, they change all the time, but you definitely have an opportunity to go one way or the other, and you rarely go both. I used to drink scotches before we did this. I opened up one of my scotches that I swear to God was my favorite thing back like in 2016 or something. And I'm like, what it. Like, what is this? This is awful. Like, I'm like, I used to drink this. And Dustin's like, yeah, you used to drink that. I'm like, actively? How can I drink this? I'm like, somebody take this from me because this is awful.
See, Mia has taught us maybe, to be kinder in this world. Maybe we need to quit having punishment pours.
Well, no, I think we need to continue to have the punishment pours.
So we have punishment pours because my language has gotten very bad on live YouTube, and I'm trying to clean it up.
Yo, I just posted a video.
What?
Are Mia and Dustin? Did you see it?
No,
okay.
But
so Dustin's over here, and he's the man of one-liners for movies. And I'm filming, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like that. I'm like, and he mumbles something under his breath. So I started recording. I'm like, "What did you say?" He goes, "I said, whoever drops your paper, your mom's a hoe." And Hadley goes, "Have you seen that YouTube video? It's like a viral thing where it's the teacher and the kids, and it's like a joke." Well, Hadley, it's a joke, by the way, just so I'm not actually.
No. This is great so far.
He does the accent and he says it, and then Hadley, I swear she wasn't paying attention, and she turns and she goes, "Whoever drops my paper, your mom's a hoe." And I was like. And I started dying. I was like looking away, like looking around, like, oh shit. And I'm like, she's like, she looks at this and she colors a paper. She goes, "Look, Mama, I colored you a paper." And she like scribbles. She goes, "Do you know what that says?" And she goes, "If you don't like my picture, your mom's a hoe." And I was like,
that is classic.
I was dying. I go, "Hallie, that is so funny, sweetie. But remember, we can't say that at school." She goes, "Oh, is it a secret from our teachers?" And I go, "Yeah, add it to the secrets from our teachers."
How old is Hadley? How old is he?
4.
That's even better.
Negotiates like she's a lawyer. Like I'm barely surviving.
Can you imagine little Mia's running around?
Oh
my God.
She is me through and through. I get it all back. She's like, yeah, she's, yeah.
Yeah, well, with Charlie, and he likes to say a few words that are, some people kind of take offense to, F-bombs and that kind of thing. And so we come up with this thing where, I don't know if you've had Fresh or not.
Nope.
She won't be working for them anytime soon. I can guarantee you. She's the type when she's reading that room, and then she's still in that same mood. She's like, "All right, I'm out of here."
But this is Charlie's punishment pour. It's tell
her the specs we learned about the other day.
To put it nicely, it's ass. Let's just say that.
It's a 5-month-old bourbon.
5 months old.
5 months?
Yeah, what? They bottled it.
5 months.
Oh, so the distillate had it. I mean, that was rough distillate.
Oh, it's like dirty dishwater.
Yeah, it's bad. But
But anyway, my cousin has gone, "Oh shit."
Yeah. There's one right there.
No. I spilled crap on me. Anyways,
it was for what you were about to say.
That doesn't count.
Whatever you're about to say, don't say it.
Man, you missed.
Smell really good.
I will say this: we did a live one time, and these people know in chat. The spillage went the opposite way, and it fried my effing computer.
No.
Oh yeah, that was like $3,000 later.
Middle of the show.
No.
Middle of the show. I did it twice. Oh my God.
No.
I tend to spill crap.
Knock a random stray cat. Like I'm working outside, knock over my water. When I walked away from it, came back, the whole thing was like smoking. I'm like, I had to go back on the camera to see this strange cat. I don't have cats. Just like, bop. I'm like, did you really hate me today? Like,
right? They're saying I have to drink Fresh.
Well, you do, because you said one of the words that
I know, but I spilled something on me.
I do think I'm inclined to see you drink it.
Dude.
I came here for this.
You know what? We ought to send you the punishment pour and see what
I will pass, or I'll give it to Dustin without telling him what it is.
Oh yeah, you can tell him, say, "Hey, this is one of the best bourbons. This is a new."
You gotta drink it.
A new.
See, I don't give you much. I just give you a little.
I mean, oh my God, the nose! Good God, it is like it's indescribable. It's like a pond that's been sitting there that's never been.
Yeah.
It's freaking, it's horrible.
Oh, it's like the ponds at a distillery. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the water from there.
Oof. So as far as
I will.
That's a big pour too. That's like, whoop.
It's like a quarter of an ounce.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
can
know.
feel it. I feel it up here. Oh.
We'll keep that glass right there. So as far as the future for you, I mean, what does it hold? I mean, do you have?
I think the sky's a freaking limit.
Well,
for
I
her.
think so too. But I mean, as far as like, are you planning on making any trips to any of the festivals, like Kentucky Bourbon Festival, Bourbon on the Banks? You know, I mean, you've got a hell of a following on TikTok for sure.
Yes, you do.
You know, just a thought.
Yeah, I want to. I have in my thing. I've kind of like scoped out dates and things, and it is something that I want to do. Just kind of figured it out and seeing where the next step. I can't stay in this fun break forever. I do have to then.
I get it.
Back in the office, but remain out of it and mentally. So,
You know where she lives close to that she could possibly the spillway in Mississippi.
Yeah, you're still down.
That's-
five and a half.
Have you heard of that? The spillway?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, see.
Yeah.
It's a southern thing.
Yep.
We want to go to their next festival or their next bottle gathering, whatever you want to call it. We're going.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. I'm all down. I love people will send me links to things. Like I'm going to Someone Say Whiskey event is bringing in Freddie with Buffalo Trace on June 26th or something like that. So it's in Dallas. So we're 5 hours from Dallas. So Dustin and I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Gonna hop in the car and drive on to Dallas.
Tom Morrow, he represents Limestone Farms.
Yeah.
He chimed in and said, "Me, I've been following you for some time, and I'm a big fan of your charisma and character. I wish you the best in your future endeavors." That's so great.
Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Tom's good. Tom's a real good guy.
He's a great guy. So, all right, so guys, we're gonna leave the link here in chat throughout the rest of the show. But Mia, I think we're going to plan on having you on from time to time, and we're going to get updates.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the rate we're going, next time we're going to speak to you, who the hell knows what you're going to be?
Yeah,
you're going to be doing something just even greater than what you're doing now. But we're excited we get to follow you in this journey.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do is offline. I'll get with you. I'll get your address. We'll send you some samples. That way, next time we do have you on, we can talk about something. You know,
awesome. Thank you.
Sample something, do something. You know, and just try and have you back on sometime.
Thank y'all very much. That sounds awesome. I'm always down. Absolutely. Maybe maybe my next job will just be like going to all these incredible places, like expanding things.
Well,
you can be like the Anthony Bourdain of bourbon.
There you go.
What?
The Anthony Bourdain of bourbon.
Yeah. Sign me up. I can change my name.
And you know, I mean, hell, you sat down with Mark Carter and had a few sips. And,
oh my God. I was like,
yeah.
Wasn't that?
I've met him before. I'm just like, he's so down to earth, so cool. And I'm like, the minute the camera turned on, I'm like my friend was like, you're in front of the camera, like literally as your life hood. And I'm like, I know, but I just panicked. Like, and if I laugh one more time, like, I don't know what to say. And at the end, he does this all the time. I was like, he was like, yeah, it's all in the charisma. And I was like, oh, you got me. Like, he's awesome. That was so much fun.
Yeah. Wow. Well, great. Like I said, I'll get with you offline. We'll get you some samples and we'll get you scheduled for another time to come on whenever you're able. And we do wish the best for you and whatever you do. We appreciate you coming on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll catch you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Cool. Sounds good. Y'all have a great rest of your show. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Mia. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice.
I'm telling you, if you were having a bad day before you came on, hopefully you have a better day now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's great. She's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, her whole attitude on everything, her whole positivity is fantastic. And a lot more people need to have that, really.
I wish I had that.
I know. I wish I kind of did too. I mean,
I'm the opposite of Mia.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I tell you what, we're gonna fix that here in a second because you go off camera like every 40 minutes.
I know. There.
It's
a TikTok.
I know, but it's anyways. All right.
After an hour, it has to.
So a lot of you guys have been on since we said hello, and I apologize that we didn't have that time to say hello. But But those who are on now, I appreciate you guys coming on. There's a bunch of you guys on that wasn't on before. I apologize if I didn't say hello, but hello to each and every one of you guys who have came on since the start of the show. Rick Moreland, thank you for the super chat. And of course, it's a nice super chat. It's a good one. At least I think it is. It's the brand new riff 10-year, both bourbon and rye.
Yep.
And then also the Mick 10 bourbon and rye. Now, granted, different proofs, but we figured we'd just keep it the 10-year theme for the premium pours.
Yeah.
So thanks, Rick, for joining into the thing.
And it will give you a chance to look at a big boy compared to I don't know what do you want to call it? I mean, it's kind of like David and Goliath kind of thing, and you will be surprised that David, kind of holds his own for sure. So where's my blue wrench from?
You know what? I'm working on it. There's a lot of people don't have blue wrenches.
Yeah. Well,
I'm working on that right now.
All right, cool. Let's see what else we got going on. Michael Bortner says, I'm negative. My counterpart on the shift says I need emotional intelligence. We all do, buddy. We all do.
You know who I need to give a blue wrench to, of all people?
Who's that?
Mr. Bill McBrayer.
Well, yeah, you do.
If there was a gold wrench, I'd give it to him. And by the way, Bill, if you're still watching, the blue, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you can mute people, I guess.
You could delete.
Which, by the way, I got a text from the rye guy while we were talking. For some reason, Silly Yorkie's on, but no one can see her. And I can't figure out for the life of me why we cannot see Silly Yorkie.
And you don't have her blocked or anything
why
like
the fuck would I have her
blocked? What'd you say?
Or what? No, I'm serious. Like, why in the world would I have her blocked? I never blocked. No, I would never have her blocked. Anyways. No, don't you dare. That deserved an F-bomb. I'm sorry. There are certain moments. No, I mean, I would like to see. I think Silly Yorkie's trying to say some things, and I like to see what she has to say. So, anyways, Sweet Lisa, hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like one time Rick Morley got blocked out for some reason, and it was like a random weird thing.
I don't really know. Mr. John Shank, you are getting a blue wrench as well. So, all right, we're going to do some spins. We're going to do some duck races. Yep.
For the first, for the hashtag office, if you weren't on around or have not heard, it is the McBrayer Bottled and Bond, the Milam and Green Bottled and Bond, the Kentucky Wild Cask, and the Milam and Green Rye. So that's a pretty nice little bunch of samples there. And speaking of Milam and Green, we were able to acquire.
Yes.
Can
I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I ordered 2 sets of the Texas/Kentucky bourbons. Answer. Correct.
Yep. One
for the regular enjoyment for what it is. The other one, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because they're 375s. I'm gonna get an empty 750. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put both of them because I forget who in chat said that.
Well, no, that's what they do. The Milam and Green takes the different Kentucky
but they don't have one that's 50-50.
They don't have one that's 50-50.
So this is 50-50.
Right. Yes.
I'm gonna put them both into the bottle.
That would be cool.
And then we're gonna sit there and mix it
and see what
happens. It'll be our own little experiment.
And we'll send it to Marlene. We'll have her on and have Heather on and say, hey, what do you think?
Yes, exactly. So I'm sure they already did that.
I'm sure they have.
So, but anyways, so we have when that comes in, we'll add that to our Patreon shelf for people to win.
Yes.
So
anyway. Let's see what else. Then you got the
look at that. Lip Service Crew ordered theirs today from Milam and Green.
Cool. Good deal.
You're gonna love that Texas version.
Oh my gosh!
I ain't gonna lie. Now, the Kentucky bourbon was good.
It's your traditional Kentucky bourbon. It's
above average though.
It's above average. You're right.
But that Texas was good,
just because of the heat and the humidity and the environment that it was in.
Hey, Bourbon and Ballz is here. So Bob was saying if you're on,
yes,
he got his bottles, and I hope Bourbon and Ballz, you got your samples too. Which, by the way, as of before Tuesday's show, we are caught up on everybody's samples.
Yes.
So if
Everybody
you have
should
not
have
got
everything.
anything,
Right.
email Bourbon and Balls and
Yeah,
let us know.
it's
But
either on the way to you or you've
believe
already
it or not,
got it.
for the very first time in a long time, we're actually caught up.
We are. Yeah.
Can't say that every time.
No, can't.
So
Ask Cas 529. We're not good at keeping up. Bourbon Hunter Lee's here. Welcome.
oh, good. Bourbon
Yep.
and Buds did get them in.
Cool.
Awesome. So, all right, let's do the first giveaway.
Yep.
It is #office. Only 29's in, so that's a good chance for you guys to win.
Give you another minute or so, but you have to be here in order to win. So
yeah, so I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna give away the samples, and then you know how Jeff works. Usually, if we get a few more on, maybe we'll run it again.
Yeah, well, why me? What are you talking about?
Well, you're the one. Let's be honest. The reason why the samples don't go out because you don't package them.
Oh no! Wait just one damn minute. Wait, no. Well, we're gonna throw down now. No.
I can't even say that with a straight face.
No, you can't.
No. Okay.
No, hell no.
All right. Yes. #office, and we're gonna spin this.
Bourbon Kitty's here. Welcome, Bourbon
nice,
Kitty.
Bourbon Kitty. Why don't you test it with only 1 ounce each?
Well, that's true. Instead of
You know why? That's why there's smarter people.
That's why, instead of maybe ruining the whole bottles, just try 1 ounce. And if it's no good, then screw it. Keep
we didn't
drinking
waste the whole bottle.
That's right. That's a good
Candy,
idea.
this is why you're smarter than we are. This is why you need your own show, buddy.
But Candy, it was his idea in the first place.
Okay. Anyways. All right, we're gonna run this thing. Here we go.
Here we go. Who's going to get the McBrayer Bottle and Bond, Milam and Green Bottle and Bond, Milam and Green Rye, and Kentucky Wild Cask?
David B. It's like we just sent him something yesterday.
Yes, we did.
So he will get some more.
Is David B here?
I believe he or you and the beard here. You and the beard needs to be here. We'll give him a second.
B. You know, and if you are missing a few people tonight, we have not mentioned Cask 529 or Shauna at all.
I don't even know they're upright.
They're probably not upright at all. They had their barrel pick today. Today was their anniversary, their wedding anniversary.
Imagine them drinking
David
all
B.
day long.
David B is here.
Oh yes, both of them are here. Him and his beard.
Congrats. Yeah, they went down the Wilderness Trail and had their I got it. And they had their barrel pick today. Today was their wedding anniversary. They had 6 people go down with them.
Yes.
And they've been drinking all day. They started last night, I'm sure, after the trivia last night. And,
oh no, they called me. They were a little drunky drunk.
Yeah.
And I told I think Keith Landon was in his bathrobe. I'm not sure. That could not be true. Yeah, I'm not sure.
maybe not.
I will say this to validate and they'll talk about this too. I don't want to sit there and take away their thunder, but I love them people.
Mm-hmm.
The Wilderness Trail that they did, if there was ever any validation to this pick that they did, Shauna was the one who actually
and
did it. I don't know how they picked it, but they went with Shauna's pick.
Well, and her palate.
Oh, it's great.
It's phenomenal. She's like Bob. She just can pick everything out of it.
Remember, like 2 weeks ago, she was just peeling it off me as far as the palate, and she was like just naming it off.
That was the whole Jack Daniels thing.
Oh yeah, and she freaking nailed the whole freaking thing.
Yeah, she's boy.
So, what I feel good about, because I got a few bottles from them, and I cannot wait to do it because now it's Shauna's own touch to it.
Yes, you're right.
And it's the picture is kind of cool. The picture's in their Patreon. It's got the nice Cask 529 seal on it. It's probably kind of cool.
Cool.
And I'm excited for them. I think we all are, just because we all kind of been with them from, I wouldn't say the beginning, but from early on, and we watched them grow and who they become.
And we've become great friends with them.
We've been excellent friends with them. And to see them do that, man, I cannot be more excited.
Yeah. Congrats to them.
Congrats
on their anniversary as well. And it's Brian's birthday too.
Oh yes, it is Brian's birthday.
Yeah, man, they've had a hell of a week.
So real quick, yes, just bring that new riff on June and my other sample. Oh, okay, we'll do that.
Okay, cool.
I can't wait till June 7th.
I'm unfortunately gonna have to.
Yeah, numbnuts over here cannot make it.
I know. I have my wife has a prior engagement for me. She wants to go out of town for
And I even said
weekend.
that's good for you, buddy.
I know. I just
You're doing the right husbandly thing.
I am. I'd
You-
rather go to New Riff, but I'm good. I'm good.
She's not watching this. Is
No, I don't know. Oh, she might be. No, I love you, honey. I do.
That's funny. Yeah. So yes, that golden seal was a nice touch. I like that. Rick Moreland, the blender of all blenders. Hillbilly Logic, by the way, he has his YouTube. You need to check that out. It's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I texted you back, Rick. So if you
How can anyone? I gave him a wrench.
huh? Who? David B?
Yeah. Or shoot,
Now that
shoot,
I can't.
shoot.
Now I got to do that. I mean, that I'm sorry. I cannot be true to everybody out there, and and not monitor.
All right. Well, talk to chat, and I'll freaking do this, and I'm gonna get the duck freaking race going.
There you go. Now this is your fresh. That is your whatever.
William Hall, thank you for the $5 super chat, shipping and for shipping. You know what? And that's what it's all about. And if you guys have noticed, or especially those who are,
Go ahead. Go on.
anyways, for those who have noticed on Patreon, we actually have expanded the Patreon features because the more patrons are in, all we do is put the money back into Patreon.
Yeah, I mean,
So the more people join, the more benefits everybody gets. So we actually add on to what you originally signed up for. I hope you guys feel that way. And we're trying to get better at it too. But what we didn't have before is birthday pours.
Right.
And everybody getting a birthday pour off the back shelf.
Right.
Things like that. So we're able to do more things, and it's everybody's channel. We've said that a gazillion times, and it is.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, West Virginia bourbon guy, and I'm just being honest, and I love you to death. And I've seen you on Google Meet, so I can say this. Once I run out of fresh, we're gonna have to go on to another bottle. I am not rebuying that bottle. Come on.
Okay, then what would be your next thought?
We can go on to Jeppa Creed.
But that's not fresh.
No, it's not.
Field of Dreams.
We can go Field of Dreams. I don't know. We'll talk more.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
But I gotta be careful what I say now because you guys keep me to it.
But Torup, welcome.
Oh, this is what you're laughing about?
Yeah.
Charlie, just remember you're just side chick.
Chipping and shipping.
And you're right, Gandy. Gas Fights United are just good people. You're right.
Yep, they are.
Yes. So, you know what? Which, by the way, I think the Mick 10 tonight, Dave, is the 20. Hold on. Before I speak, let me.
Yep. I think it is 23. Because it was so damn good.
My eyes are bad with glasses.
23.
Where? No, it's 24.
Is it?
It's 24A.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
24A. So we don't have the 23 then.
You know what? I think there's another one over here.
This is a rye.
You sure?
No, there it is.
It's a bourbon. What's that?
That's a 23.
You know what? Well, we haven't poured these yet, so whoever wins can choose which one they want.
23 or 24. Yeah.
I think 23 is better.
Well, that's what what's what Dave said.
So, all right, very good. Let's get this thing going.
All right, so this is for the $5 super chat.
Oh, dude, I haven't even set it up.
Oh, what are we doing?
You're just talking while I set this up.
All right. Well, so just real quick, just a couple reminders.
Don't talk too fast.
Next week we
Slow.
have Ed Bly on the show with having old.
All right, now you're distracting me. You need to. All right.
Old Stubborn and Old Wagner, his new releases. He finally got all the bottling, all the labeling, all that taken care of and fixed. And his bottles are on the way to us, and we will have them for next week. The following week we have Whiskey Thief. That'll be the following Thursday. Wait. Yeah, that's going to be a good one too. So we've got a couple of great shows. We are working on JT Mellick. we're working on K Luke. K Luke is looking in to be sometime in early July. We've got M&O Spirits out of Northern Ohio.
Never heard of them.
Doug McLaughlin.
Okay.
We're working with him to try and get him on as well in July. And he's actually was a contact given to me by Wendy Pevich. She's the former Penelope brand ambassador. And now she has her own 51 and Proof, which is a consulting company that she helps with blending and marketing and promotion and whatnot. So Doug, he and I have been chatting. So we're looking to, if anybody's familiar with M&O Spirits, they did win a double platinum Ascot award.
That ain't easy.
That ain't easy. And so, like I said, we're just now working. I've never had any of their stuff. So, we'll see what we're going to be getting, but come in, hope sometime in early July, we'll have them on the show as well. And I do have everybody's list as far as, the recommendations that you guys made this past Tuesday for different distilleries. Again, we're open. David,
we got an email the other day, right?
Yeah, David B, right? Thank you very much. I did reach out to Hartfield and Company today, as a matter of fact. I reached out to Amanda Hightower, who's the brand ambassador there, sent her an email. Hopefully we can get something going there as well. So, we're open to recommendations. If you have anybody you want us to talk to, anybody you want to learn about, let us know. I'll
let Jeff know.
Let me know. Send
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Send us an email at bourbonandballz@gmail.com or, on here or whatever. Just let me know and we'll reach out and see what we can do to get them on the show.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. This is probably the easiest way to do it. I'm going to highlight everybody through the thing, and then we're going to spin. So okay. I got Rye Guy down for 2. I got Dave V. Vogelsang. I don't know. I put Dave V in here. Vogelsang down for 2. I have Gandy down. I have Stan. I have Michael B. Bortner. I have John Shanks. Thank you very much, everyone. David Tenko. I have you down. Gary McDonald, I have you down. Mr. Rick Moreland, I have you down. And then William Hall, I have you down. And then West Virginia Bourbon Guy, I have you down. And then Show Me the Proof, I have you down. You know what? Going back to Bourbon Guy, it's going to take more than $5 for that fresh fund. I got to tell you that right now. And I implore you not to donate anymore because I want to go on to something else. We'll see. We'll talk
still
more
have
about
one to go here.
Oh, yeah. Do that.
Yeah. Hey, we won't forget. What's Stan say there? So
I get that bourbon ranch for Bourbon Kitty. All right, I'll work on that.
Okay, so Stan says something about any single malt. I need to scroll down because I can't see.
Well, you know what? The fact that he started with the word single malt, I don't really need to scroll down. I think anything he says after that's not going to be good.
But I would like to see what Stan has to say.
Oh, you know what? He's got a great idea. You would all agree to that. American single malt for a punishment pour.
Well, there you go.
We could agree with that.
We could do MacArthur's peated. Oh, yeah, there you go.
And I will never cuss ever again.
There you
go. Which, by the way, cheers, Torp. Thanks for coming on. Place with Claremont seat. That is an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say congratulations to Dave Vogelsang in his retirement.
Did he finally retire?
I think he's in day 1.
Wow! Congrats. That's been coming for a while.
Yeah, Fresh was, or I'm sorry, Phil Dreams was fresh. Like you ain't kidding. Tor, what did you miss, dude? You missed a great interview. That's what you missed. Mia she's freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
What were you talking about as far as?
Well, that's Stan was saying that any single malt for punishment pour. See, you didn't care about the hair. There it is.
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So okay. All right, let me get this wheel or this duck going. Anything else there, Jeffro?
No. Like I said, shoot us a text or an email at bourbonandballz@gmail.com. Let me know who you like to get us a hold of, and we'll reach out.
Oh, poker.
Oh, yeah.
There are a few guys really want to do the poker, and we're going to do it. We need to delay it a week. We ran it. I'm still looking for software that will do it work correctly for those who don't know, we're going to do a beta form. We're going to see if this works. We're going to do a Bourbon and Ballz poker night on Monday. We don't know which Monday. Obviously, it's not this Monday. We're going to shoot for the following Monday at 8 p.m. We're working out some kinks. Basically, the winner gets a bottle.
Yep.
And they're going to get a bottle of actually Cast 529's Wilderness Trail Barrel Pick.
Yep.
That'll be our inaugural poker game. And if it's successful and it works without any glitches, then we're going to continue to have it on with other parameters on it. But we're going to just try this one and see if it works.
Right.
I know a few of you guys haven't really wanted to do this and talked about it. It'll just be for fun. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's free.
Yeah.
And
but it is for the paid Patreons.
Yeah.
To start, and we'll figure out from there.
Well, the problem is right now I'm trying to figure out how many people we can get signed up.
Right.
If it cuts me off unlimited, then we're gonna offer it to Patreons.
Right.
But if I can find one that opens up to everybody, that's what we will do.
Okay.
So we're working out the kinks.
All right.
So.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's not gonna be this Monday.
Let's see what else I got here. Keith had given us
you know what? Look at that. Shuffle up into dude. I'm ready. I think that'd be so much fun. We're gonna do it on Google Meets. That way we can all talk to each other.
Yeah.
And then we'll have it on our phones and play.
Yeah, it's not
going to be in real time.
Yeah, it's not going to be a live stream or anything through YouTube.
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, they might not like that. But Keith had given us a contact at Lionheart Whiskey. They make rye whiskeys.
They did.
Yes. So I have reached out to them too, and we're also looking at a July date for that as well. So
yeah, I can't wait for poker night though. I do love me some poker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do love poker.
Yep.
Anyways, all right, I'm gonna share the screen and let's shuffle up and deal.
Bourbon Kitty likes Lionheart. Good to know. Bourbon Hunter Lee. See, I've never heard of
Lionheart.
I've never heard of Lionheart. Never either. But thanks to Keith, we're going to see what we can do. Okay, you got 1 minute.
Oh crap! Hold on. I don't want ducks.
You saved the name, right?
Yes. Let's do something we haven't done before. Something stupid.
There's camels. We're a camel jockey.
Where?
Right there in the middle.
We've done camels before.
Have we? There's greyhounds.
Sandwiches. What the hell is that? Let's do some sandwiches.
All right, what the hell? And you got the names on the list. Got to add those. Okay.
Let me make sure that they're even seeing the screen. They're not even seeing the screen. Hold on. Nope. There you go.
There you go. All right. So let's see.
Hold on. Numbers. Where I got the names are there.
And this is for your New Riff 10 years by bourbon and rye, and your Michter's 10-year bourbon and rye.
I need a number.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Turn off the music.
Look at these characters.
It's like food.
Well, it is a food category, but some like Gandy's that's appropriate. He's a wiener.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm just saying.
Gandy, I'm sorry.
He's a hot dog. I'm just, thank you for your super chat there, Gandy. You're now a wiener.
Oh,
I'm just, All right, let's start this thing.
All right. Let's see.
It's kind of creepy.
This is kind of a one-of-a-kind kind of thing here.
Yeah, this is kind of.
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Is Dave no, I think Dave is. Who's Dave? Let's see here. Dave is a fruit basket. West Virginia guy is a birthday cake. I'm trying to make everybody out here. Shank, you're a pizza. Show me the proof. Oh, show me the proof. You're a wiener too.
Yeah.
You got a hamburger. You got an apple pie. Tanko's an apple pie. I can't figure out what Stan is. What is that? Is he a baked potato? What is that? Stan, what are you?
I
don't understand. Moreland is a What is a hamburger?
Well, it's between West Virginia guy and Rick Moreland. But who's coming up here with a plate? What is that? A plate of
Here
cookies?
comes the plate of.
Plate of cookies.
Is that cookies?
That's the Rye Guy.
Dude, that was like turd.
Nice.
What is that?
It's a plate of chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, look at that.
The Rye Guy. Congrats. All right.
Yes, Gandy, you are a weenie.
And I want to go back to scroll up just a little bit there in the chat. I want to thank, keep going, John Shank for just becoming a Patreon
Oh, yes.
member.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think he's a poker player. I think he's going to take us all in.
Is that
He
what
might-
it is?
Yeah, I think he might take us down.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So, Bourbon Kitty, you were just at Lionheart. What? What? Poker, I didn't even know.
I'm sorry. I got distracted. That was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Lionheart. Just the fact that they make rye whiskeys. They don't even make bourbons. It's just all rye whiskey, and it's all finished with rye whiskeys. So I am real curious because we do love our rye whiskeys. In fact, if you watch our videos, we do have a few rye whiskeys from the year already, and we just incorporated one of them, a new one tonight on our one of our reviews. So we do love our ryes, but
You know what? I think we're going to keep with this foodie race. The fact that Gandy was a weenie and freaking Stan was a potato.
but he said it kept him from being from a tater pork.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to keep that.
I don't know about that.
I like
but
it. That was fun.
It was different.
It was better than a duck race.
It was better than duck race. But
I bet you chat would like to keep that as a race. The sandwich race, the foodie race.
the foodie race.
Speaking of foodie race, did you see those Wienermobiles? Those
I
Wiener
did, yeah,
at the Indy 500?
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
That was a little crazy. Yep.
So they were going like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Let's see. What else we got? Was there another giveaway, or was that it? Are we done?
I think we're good.
Okay.
This has been a short, nice, compact, very efficient night.
Yes, and thanks to Mia for coming on tonight.
And man, could you imagine? I know she's off air now. And I know Bill's probably off air too. Could you imagine if Bill hired Mia?
Wow.
Holy fook!
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Whip the weenie, Andy says.
I
Yeah,
forgot about
that's
this.
on you, my friend. Okay, Bourbon Kitty, I will check out Cast 529's Discord for those photos because I am he did. I'm real curious. I mean, Keith doesn't just divulge garbage. I mean, he got us with Logan Buchanan from the Bond Bourbon, which, by the way,
Oh yes,
Cask 529, they did their interview today.
yesterday, dude. It was
Yesterday.
2 hours long.
Was it really?
Now I don't know if they're gonna show all 2 hours, and maybe they're doing
Well,
different segments.
That's how ours was too. Ours was about
But-
2 hours with him because he is so knowledgeable, so well.
They had
versed.
some phenomenal. I can't say it on air, but they had some phenomenal bourbons,
Oh, I'm sure they did.
more than what we did.
Well, then I'm gonna have to have a little chocolate with.
Well, because he's got some ready to go.
Well, but I'm just saying I'm gonna have to have a little chat with him because I'm
Yeah.
supposed to get some of that too.
Because Brian is oozing over the one of them.
I bet he is. And
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
I know which one it is.
Dude, I'm oozing just thinking about it.
Yeah, but we'll have that eventually. But yeah, they had their interview with Logan yesterday.
Lip service crew. Yes. Well, Charles the Rye guy is getting some. And then we have our Patreon wheel next week.
Yes, we have our Patreon wheel, and
So it's like Shank, for instance, he got in the nick of time.
right,
He'll qualify for the May Patreon wheel.
that's right,
So the
Yeah.
winner of that gets the pick off the Patreon shelf,
right.
which we're going to have a sign for next week.
Yes,
So basically, here's how this works for Patreon people. We're going to have a Patreon shelf up here. I'm going to remove the sign, put a Patreon shelf. So basically, anything on this shelf, you can get a sample on. So basically, it's your choice. It's
Yeah.
winner's choice.
just this shelf right here, or is
Correct.
this the whole shelf?
I think we're just going to do this shelf.
Okay,
And it's, no, the wall. We've always said the wall.
okay,
I think actually the sign says Patreon wall.
okay. That'll work.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with anything on this wall.
Okay,
So anyway, because sometimes like we may give out a premium pour to, let's say if we give something out to Shank and he won it, he's already had it. He's like, man,
Right.
I really wish I'd have had something else. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we're gonna do winner's choice
Okay.
on the monthly Patreon wheel.
That works.
Yeah. So how this works though, and I think this is how the other channels do it. I think this is the fairest way to do it. And we haven't been doing it, but we need to do it. If you win, we're gonna take your name out of it.
Yeah.
However, if you're like a higher tier, it's $5 per, just
Right.
like a super chat.
Right.
We're only going to remove one of the two
Right.
names if you're $10, for instance.
Right.
Like Charles, I'm not Charles, but Keith.
Keith.
He's our $20 guy.
Yep. So he gets 4 entries.
He gets 4, so we're only going to take one away from
if he
him.
wins, right?
Correct. And that, to me, it rewards people
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go back and probably retro, to be fair.
Well, I mean, I think.
Or
moving
should we
forward,
just not?
Let's start moving forward.
We'll do that?
From this point forward, yeah.
Since we're now saying it.
That way, everybody's in.
Okay,
first
that's fine.
round,
That's
and
fine.
then, you
We'll
know,
start removing this month.
Yeah.
All right,
every-
fair enough.
For every $5 Patreon, you get an entry, and if you're a $20, then you get 4,
And then also for your birthday,
and you get on the.
the key is that we're going to ship it to you before your birthday, so you
Yes.
can have it on your birthday.
Yeah. Well, we are going to retro back to
January 1.
January 1 for the current Patreon members. Now, if you join tomorrow and your birthday was in February,
Well,
we'll
we're
think
going to have a
about
cutoff
that.
date,
We'll
probably
talk
June
about that.
1st.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be 100% backdated, but we'll figure.
For
it
now,
out.
right now it is.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll. That's a pick, though.
Yeah.
That's a pick off the thing. We'll give
Right.
it to you. But
Yeah,
the
we'll
Patreon
pick it.
wheel
Yeah,
is
your
a
birthday
winner's choice.
Right, your birthday 4, we'll pick it, and you'll get 3 other samples, three other 1-ounce samples of most likely what we have that week in our show. Like, if we've got
My Lemon Green.
My Lemon Green, then you'll get those samples, or a mix of those
Yeah,
samples
we-
of our shows.
3 of those plus the premium.
Yeah, they're not going to be anything. They're not going to be fresh. They're not going to be
No, we won't do that
Jets
to you.
Creed. They're not
But
gonna be
anyways,
that. Yeah. So,
But, the bigger we get, and then we're going to have poker night.
yep.
So
Yep.
we're trying to do more.
Hey, Tom Black, welcome.
So.
Oh,
Sorry about the hashtag office, Tom. We already ran that. I should take that off the screen. My bad. Otherwise, you'd be the only one that won. It'd be awesome if we just have one wheel on Tom Black and somehow he still doesn't win.
that would be hilarious. That would definitely be rigged somehow.
That'd be my luck.
Yeah.
I freaking run it, and then I still don't win. I'm the only person on there.
Yeah.
So all right,
Yeah.
very good.
But so don't forget next Thursday night, Ed Bly with Old Stubborn and Old Wagner. It's gonna be a great show for that one too.
David B, if it's on the shelf, then you guys get to pick it for the winner. Like honestly, you guys can go after the deep purple, like for real.
Yeah, for the Patreon wheel, yes, you get to pick it. And if
Now I will say this to be fair, every month the shelf is going to change.
yeah, I mean it's gonna vary based on what's out and what's
And what we have available and all that kind of stuff. If you guys are astute, which I'm not sure how visible you guys are, the shelf actually changed last week, and I'm not sure how much you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you that. I'll tell you anyways. I don't care. I added another Tanager. So, but I did take off things that is very short supply of, and just because I'm short supply off, and quite frankly, they have sentimental value to me. But anyways, but a few of those bottles are off the shelf. But still, yeah, deep purple is on there. So,
Yep.
But we may edit the shelf for June, but it's not gonna be drastic or anything. So, anyways, that being said.
All right. Well,
Ooh, Old Stubborn was great stuff. Yes, Dan. Old Stubborn 3, man.
with Tom Black, you won our congratulations and thank you for being here.
Yeah. Someone just texted me, see if I could see him. I think we're having some chat problems tonight. Because there's some people that cannot be visible in chat. Now you have to subscribe to the channel, but I think you guys already know that. Jason is curious if you can even see his name as a viewer. I can't remember if he says. I don't see Jason's name on here.
Jason who?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you in order to be able to be in the chat, you have to be a subscriber.
Otherwise, you're
to
not
the
visible.
channel. Now, there's no charge for the subscription, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just a subscriber. So,
all right, enough of that. Anything else, Jeffro? We
No.
won't be on till there's no Tuesday show next week.
Nope.
We're gonna let that go.
Yep.
We basically reserve Tuesdays, honestly, guys, are for time sensitive interviews.
Yeah, like we had last week, we had Milam and Green on, had Marlene, and that was a time sensitive because that was an announcement of their release the next day, yesterday.
Correct. So because right now you're booked until what, August?
Yeah.
So if we get a distiller that wants to do a bottle release and they need to release it, like they're releasing it now,
right?
We'll book them, but we'll book them for a Tuesday, and then we'll make that into a study session.
Yeah, if that works out as far as their timing and our timing, but yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna.
Otherwise, we're not gonna do a Tuesday show. Quite frankly, I'll end up. No, I'll end up. I'm being honest. I'll end up getting a burnout.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna have the poker night on Mondays, you're gonna have a show every Tuesday, and we're gonna have a show every Thursday, and we're gonna be it'll get a little hairy for sure. Yep.
Hairy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, we will see you guys a week from today. We do appreciate you guys all. This is your channel. You guys make it to what you guys want it to be. We'll do as much as we can. I hope you guys enjoy what we do. Hope you enjoy. I gotta be honest with you. I hope you enjoyed Jeff's hard work on this. And you do. You put a lot of hard work in this. He's the guy who books all the people. I don't. I just flip on the lights. I'm being honest. But I give you credit when I can.
Appreciate that. I do.
You put a lot of hard work into it, so I appreciate getting Mia back on and everybody else that's coming on. And we got some, hopefully, maybe another announcement in maybe a couple of weeks that could change the channel. But,
could change the channel.
We're working on it. Work on some details.
Not necessarily change the channel, but enhance the channel.
Correct.
Not a change. It's not a structural change or anything like that.
Correct.
It is an enhancement.
Yeah, that is correct.
So,
all right, guys. Until next time, I am Charlie.
And I'm Jeff.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.